Dark79 here. I've been having many requests on building a Silent Hill 2 helmet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one out of cardboard, how I would make it. And you can follow this video and hopefully I'll have some angles maybe that are useful, or some ideas that are useful, or you maybe just want to follow me step by step. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it for me. I'm 5'11", so if you're taller or shorter you're going to have to change it an inch here and there. I'm going to use cardboard, a glue gun, spray paint, workman's helmet or BMX helmet for the inside. And he also has what's like a tumor instead of a neck brace. So we'll go through how I would do that. But you know, everything I'm about to do here is my interpretation of it, or my angles, or my sizes and whatever. So here we go. I found a whiteboard, a bit of a useful thing to have lying around, so I might as well take advantage of it. What we got is the front panel first of all. So there's a front panel here, okay? If you can get these angles right, it should be fine. So down the bottom here, 80 degrees down there, 80 degrees down there, 20 degrees at the top. This panel and this panel are the same, so once you've made one, we just flip it over and do the other one. So that point there, or that point there, depending on which one you're going to build first, is 134. Then what we've got to do is this one and this one, exactly the same, 23. There you go, 23 there, 23 there. So once again, two panels at the back. They should be the same, not like the drawing here. You make one, the same as before, flip it over, make another one. And you got 80 degrees there, 80 there, and 20 up there. So there you go. And that is basically the main shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels with him. And then later on we'll put in the nose and the sides. There's like a lip. It literally is a lip. It's two pieces of cardboard slightly split. We'll get to that later. Alright, so I found a bit of cardboard. Best place to go for cardboard is just to shops that are throwing stuff away. Have a look around, ask them if they've got any. I do get people asking me where I get my cardboard from. I just find it. So I found this box. It is a good size. So what I'm thinking is this would be good as the front panel, due to the fact that it's pretty much undamaged and it's about the right length that I want the front one to be. So I'll just do it from the top. So as I said before, the top one, 80. So 80 degrees. Let's just go. Once again, good thing about pyramid head is triangles, so all you gotta do is get one triangle right and they all follow. Front panel pyramid head, there you go. Next thing you do, cut it out. Right, so we've got the front panel here, and what we're going to do is we need to do the two side panels for it. Now obviously, down one side, we know how big it is, so we can go from one of these. So take one side and work out how long the first line is. So by doing that, we now know how long the other one's going to be. Top is 23. Is 23. There you go. Says the if that's the bottom, that's the right side there. What we do is we'll cut that out. and we'll flip it over and we'll do another one. Just remember, it's always good to label your sides. So give them numbers, shapes or colours, something to remind you later, because although there's only a small amount of parts here, the chances are, once you've got them all laid out, you might get confused, glue one upside down, just causing more problems for later. So just label them, a bit like I'm doing here. See, that would be a 2, because I've got a 2, and make sure that one's the bottom and that's the top. At the end of the day, we're painting over it anyway, so just do whatever you think's best, but remember to do it. As you can imagine, it's going to be looking a bit like that. So I'm going for the size of me, 5'11", and there's also going to be beams put down it afterwards, and then we'll bulk it out depending on how it's looking. So again, we're going with the flow with this. And once again, if we take one of the panels, we can work out how big the back is. So what I'll do is, I'll take my right hand side. It's this line here. Basically, if you imagine it's like that. He has a piece that goes around the back. So we're going to use this bottom, or should we say the top here, top line, to get the first line. Once then we get the angles off it, the rest will fall into place. I know it's the right hand side. And we'll give it back right 1. There you go, back right 1, we'll call it. So we'll go from there to there. Back right 1. That's the bottom, that's the top. Once again, labelling, very important. The top, we're looking at 20. And the bottom should be 80. Down there, and just follow it. There we go. Then get your blade. Here we go. 1. Put front. He's gonna have a little box there, a little hole to see through. And here we go. That. 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 And that. There you go. The basic shape of a computer game, Silent Hill 2 Pyramid Head. Right, so here we are at a point where you've got to make a decision yourself now. So what it is, in the computer game, he has the 3 panels and 1 panel at the back. So basically, he's very much like that. Now, the thing is, I actually like the model version. There's a model which I'm using as a reference, just like that. And on that it has an extra couple of triangles to the left and right. So where the back closes, I'm actually going to add another triangle in. I'm going to have it like that. So I'm going to put a 9" along the bottom triangle in there. So there we go, the optional triangle for the back. So we'll soon find out if it works. That just there. Just taping it together so I can see what it looks like. There you go. So I've put an optional back in there. So there you go. That's the basic shape of the helmet. So you've got your front panel, your left and your right. You've got either your back panel or your sides, depending on which version you're going for, and then the optional back, depending on which version you're going for. So now we've got those done, it's time to put the lip on the front. So we'll cut out the lip and the sides. So we're going to cut out a piece for the front here. There'll be 2 pieces we'll cut for that. And then the sides, which once again we make one, then we flip it over and make the other one. And then because of the back being optional on that, it's going to depend on how many pieces we make. So for now we'll just work on this, nose and sides. Right, sometimes it's really good to think about the grain and which way it's going when you're making something. So I've turned it sideways, so my grain's going left to right now. I'm going to do the lip. So I've measured the front of the helmet down at the bottom, and it's 14 inches long. So if I make the first line 14 inches, what I can do is I can then from there on I can work out everything. So first things first, 14-inch line. So you want 14 inches, yeah? And then you've got 80 degrees and go down 2 inches. And then once you've gone down 2 inches, draw a line across the bottom. So there you go. I've made these 2 sides. Basically, I've gone from the side of the helmet at the first joint, I've gone down 2 inches and then followed it down to the nose. So you look a bit like that. And they're going to go in there like that. They're going like that. The nose there. So as you can see, pretty much there to glue it together. So we'll glue its shape together with these in, then we'll work out what size the back panels are. But so far that's looking pretty good. It's a good shape. I'm happy with that.